Welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion. Today I'm starting my Hawkeye run through Rise of Red Skull. Let's give him a good shuffle. I do want to note there's a black and white proxy in here of my obligation. I can't find the actual card anywhere, so until I can find that, I am just using a black and white proxy. It looks pretty garbage, but hopefully it's not going to come up too often. Let's give the experimental weapons deck a shuffle. There are only two in here that I really want to get rid of right away. The energy shield gives him retaliate, and I think it's called power gauntlets. Make me discard cards when he damages me. So if either of those come up, they will be a priority to get rid of. And there are the power gauntlets. So I am going to be looking for those resources in my opening hand. Also in my opening hand, I'd love to see my bow. If I can find my bow in my opening hand, I don't have to spend a resource to find it. So let's hope. Having those two resources is going to slow me down though. Wiccan, Justice Served, Endurance is good. One way or another, Sonic Arrow. We can go ahead and mull one of these. And I might mulligan the other. What do I need? A physical. I might mulligan the other as well. Just because in campaign play, Crossbone uses Hydra Assault instead of Hydra Patrol. And there are no additional side schemes in Hydra Assault. So the ones in here, I'm not especially looking forward to facing. Sonic Arrow could be good. Mulligan Wiccan. I have the mental resources I need. I really want a physical. I did get a physical, and it's an explosive arrow, but I might need to go ahead and use it. Let's flip up. I am going to use... Oh, let's not flip up. I'm going to use one way or another to find my bow. Then we'll go ahead and put that bow into play. And then we can flip up. Now with that bow, I have an attack of 3, which is real spicy. Let's use that Sonic and Explosive Arrow to discard Power Gauntlet. Man, I'm going to end up not being able to use my Endurance, which hurts a little bit. But I do like to be able to stun Crossbones. So I'm going to attack for 3. And then I'm going to use those two and exhaust to deal 3 and stun Crossbones. Let's ready. Turn the Tide will be good because this is going to have 1 on it unless he advances. So I can clear it, use Turn the Tide, and go from there. 2 Turn the Tides is going to push him. So the question then is, do I want to go ahead and push him? 1 goes on the main, he's stunned. 1 encounter card, discard an upgrade or support you control. Well, there goes my bow. Let's see what I want to do here then. Let's start. By using Ironheart to play, clear the area, which clears that. I'll deal 6 and draw a card. A double is not what I wanted. Those 2 are going to push him. He now has 14 health. And I go find his machine gun. Machine gun's not a terrible thing, not overly worried about that. What does worry me a little bit, and is not fun, let's go ahead and attack for 3, is that I need to go down, and I'm going to use, it's kind of a tough choice. I love that Marksman, but I want to hold on to that double. I'm going to use Expert Marksman to go find my bow and put it into play. And also, I would have only dealt 2 damage because I didn't have my bow anymore. So I'm going to hold on to that genius. And that means I am going to lose that main. I'm not terribly worried about losing that main, but I don't want to at the same time. One goes on, he thwarts for 2, which pops this. Exosuit is not terrible. I'm not too worried about that. One encounter that has 2. When defeated, he activates. I don't really have anything in here that's going to deal a lot of damage, so I really need to... I do need to worry about this, so I think that's actually a pretty good place to be, because I can flip up. I'm going to put Skilled Investigator down. I am going to pay 1, 2, 3 for Professor X, who is going to confuse Crossbones. I am going to use that Sonic Arrow to clear the area. That's going to clear that. I'm going to draw a card, draw a card. He is going to attack and Professor X is going to block. That's 2, 3. Before that happens, 1 indirect will go on Professor X, and then he attacks for 3, 4, 5, 6. And the Professor is gone. Now I'm going to draw my 2 cards. A double and a Heroic Intuition. I mean, that is not great, but we will play it. That is exhausted. And then I will attack for 3. This does come in with 1. Let's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couple arrows, and Cypher looks good. 1 goes on the main. He's attacking for 2, 3, and before that happens, I take 0 indirect damage. This goes away. That is 3, and I'm just going to take it. Only 3. I like that. 1 encounter card. There's one of those again. He's going to get an extra attack. I need to decide if that matters to me. Choose that specialized training for a justice served. That's going to deal 6 damage, so no, I don't care about that. I'm going to attack for 3. I'm going to use my bow and play 2 for Vibranium Arrow, which deals 6. So that's Crossbones. He is really pretty easy if you can beat him quickly. You don't want to see Legions of Hydra come out, because that is going to also bring out Madam Hydra, who is not fun. So if you can beat Crossbones pretty quickly, you usually don't have much of a problem. And really, I mean, that can be said for most villains, obviously, but victory here tells us we can choose 1 tech upgrade, and I'm going to choose Laser Cannon. That'll go into play during setup at the beginning of the next villain. I also have to record which experimental weapons came into play. Exosuit, which I don't care much about. This one I do care about. I wish that one hadn't come in. Those will get marked on my log, and then those will get shuffled into Absorbing Man's deck. So that's Hawkeye versus Crossbones. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.